Hey everybody, thank you for joining us for the spring preview of the 2026 men's and women's UTD golf season. I'm Lauren Schilling and I'm joined by head coach for the men's and women's programs, Cole Sondergrath, and assistant coach Adam House. So first thing for y'all, last season was really kind of spent prepping for this new season in the Lone Star Conference, this new level of competition at Division II. Y'all had a fall portion of the season, so what has it been like now that you're actually in the trenches getting to see this new action?
Good. Exciting times. Really, really exciting times. We're young. We're going to have 3 freshmen in the lineup on the men's side, most likely this spring. We'll have 2 freshmen and 3 sophomores in the lineup on the women's side. But it's, exciting times. And a lot of it was getting to know the standard on the men's side last year, even with some of our, quote-unquote, D3 guys. We were able to compete in different D2 events. We went to DBU, got third. We had a lot of success, and I think what's really exciting too is now being here for 4 years, is having some of my guys graduate, having alumni be able to come back, give back to the program, just being around. That's what I'm also excited about.
I would agree. I think the standard's a little bit different at Division II. It's, golf's a little bit different. You're not lining up against the other guys. You're sitting there lining up against a golf course. So on our side of things, we kind of preach the same message across the board of, hey, we're going out there playing the golf course, and not much has changed there.
Coach House, you're coming first year as assistant coach, first year the golf team had an assistant coach, so an exciting change. But you're coming after a very successful collegiate career playing for UTSA on their golf team. What are you hoping to kind of bring from your personal experience being a collegiate player to this program?
Oh, man. There's just a lot of things that I learned at UTSA. Every program's different. At that level, I feel like when you look at successful coaches, they can either recruit really well or they can fundraise really well, right? So I was able to learn from a phenomenal fundraiser in John Knauer in San Antonio. I've already had multiple conversations with him, phone calls. He's a really good sounding board for me now. Being able to see those coaching styles and now sit here and bounce ideas off Cole. Cole's a phenomenal coach. He does so many things well, and I think we both do a good job of bouncing ideas off each other and learning from each other day in and day out.
And then looking at it, you kind of mentioned it, Coach. These are some young golf teams. You got a lot of freshman and sophomore talents playing for you. Has the preparation had to change any with you having to go to these underclassmen a little bit more regularly than past seasons?
Possibly. But one of the things that's nice is we got to throw the freshmen into the fire. We got to feed them to the wolves, and we got to learn a lot of what motivates them, what gets them playing good golf. It was going to have to happen at some point, right? But we got to see it right away with the freshmen. And now we get 4 years of their best golf. It's been a nice, unique experience. Even speaking to the men's side, we've got the leadership and the seniors of Tyler Durden, who's been solid, I don't think he's missed a lineup since he's been here. And I think that's what's going to be next is, who's going to step up. That's what's most exciting.
I would agree with that. And it was an interesting situation. And just for context, I was helping out 2 years prior as a volunteer assistant. So I was still around the guys, around the program, engulfed in the culture. We had, 8 seniors graduate?
7, on the men's side.
7 on the men's side, and then everyone left on the
3,
women's. So we're sitting here first week of practice, and we're like, okay,
a lot of new faces.
Yeah, fresh start, a lot of new faces, but also a lot of young faces in that. And to have kind of a culture reset, there was to be completely honest, there were growing pains associated with it. But I think, you got to go through those trenches before you get to the mountaintop, and I think that's what we did.
Now, moving towards looking at the specific teams, we'll start with the men. So the fall portion of the season, bit of a rougher one. They're finishing around 8th, 9th place at the 4 tournaments they played in. Tyler Durden, though, like you mentioned, was phenomenal. He had 2 top 25 finishes and 1 top 10 finish. What are the adjustments you want to see maybe the rest of the guys that will be playing on the course make to have a more successful spring portion?
I give a laugh because they give me a hard time that every time we'd get off the golf course, I'd say we don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? So if you go back and you look at the results, yes, 8th, 9th is kind of where we finished in a lot of them. But a lot of the time, and this is what the difference is between D3 and D2. There's 10 teams that can show up and can win the event. In D3, results-wise, it looked a little bit better when we finished first, second, or third. To be completely honest, there was not that much depth of D3, right? So, but if you also go back and look at the results, we were out of 4th, 3rd, 5th. A lot of the times it was only 12 shots, 13 shots, which over 3 rounds is Nothing. We had a freshman that was 5 under through his first 9 holes of college golf, right? So, I mean, the talent is here. Now we just got to polish it up. We got to clean some things up. Rely on the senior leadership. We've got a lot of people that are stepping into some roles. And now that we've got those people in those roles, I think I'm super excited for the spring.
And then looking at your women, they actually had some phenomenal finishes, had second and third place finishes in their middle 2 ones. And then even that Midwestern tournament, to your point, they finished 8th, but they're playing in a region that is laden with deep golf talent. So the women have actually done phenomenal, particularly your 2 of your freshmen, Camilla Porras and Molly Woods, have both had top 5 finishes. So can you just kind of speak on how exciting it is and how interesting it is to have all these young players immediately making an impact, immediately being competitive in this Lone Star Conference?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, even going back to that Midwestern State, like our quote-unquote worst finish of the semester possibly. I mean, we had Midwestern State beat through the first 2 rounds, who's 25th in the country. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of it comes in that even with the not having the senior leadership per se, I mean, they just kind of bought in right away. Don't get me wrong, we went through some bumpy roads to get started, but as we kind of built the relationships with the players and we used the fall to kind of fall into pieces of where people are going to be, where people are going to lead. As far as like on the course goes, we're going to go as Camila Porras goes. She's going to lead this program. She's going to work harder than anybody else. And I think another sleeper one that you're going to see have a really, really good spring is going to be Brooke Young. I think she is going to take off. I think she'll put Mila to the test, and I think it's going to be awesome to see those 2 battle against each other and make each other better throughout the semester.
How important, because you're kind of touching on it, golf is obviously a team sport, but everyone's playing by themselves on the actual course. So how much is the competition between each teammate factoring into their level of play? It sounds like they're really trying to make each other better. They want to personally have success, but they're really happy to cheer on one another as well. One
thing that I think that has given us so much success in the past has been, like, we kind of get the individual side out of it, to be completely honest. And just kind of keep working on that in a sense of, great, if I came in first or I won, I mean, yeah, we're going to be happy for that individual. But when it gets done, what's kind of separated us is where did we finish this team? And what could I have done differently? And I think if we can continue to grow on that, the sky's the limit for this program.
And then one last thing, this spring season, they'll have 5 tournaments, men's and women. Is there any particular course that you're most excited for the team to get a play on?
It's got to be Rockwall.
I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously the Lone Star Conference Tournament that's our holy grail this semester. I mean, that's what we get to peak for, being our second provisional period of not having like the postseason. We're fortunate that I think we might be the only sport that gets to play in the conference tournament. And we're going to make sure that we represent well. We're going to make sure that we represent UTD well. There's been so much success already in the department, and we want to keep it going that we get the chance to hoist that trophy. There's going to be a lot of fun, exciting travel throughout the semester for sure, but getting to stay here, getting to be kind of in our backyard for the conference tournament, we're excited.
Yeah, and just for a bit of context, I mean, we both are very, very familiar with that golf course. I grew up playing out there since I was 12 years old. I was a member there for over 10 years. Sandy's been able to go out there and play with me in these last few years. I mean, we're very, very familiar with that place. So it allows us to take a lot more responsibility. If we don't play well, we kind of take it a little bit more on the chin. But, it's a lot of fun to get out there. We know what the greens do. We know what the wind does. We know what the grain does. It's a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, coaches, thank you for your time. We appreciate you talking with us, and we're going to wish your men's and women's players all the best of luck through this spring season. And thank you for joining us for this spring preview of the 2026 men's and women's golf season.
Go Comets.